Hi guys, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori. So there's something that needs to be said. Your ancestors have a message. I'm going to dig right in and see what they have to say because they've already been nudging me. I have 1,000 decks here. You know, if I have 1,000 decks, there's something going on. So let's just take a deep breath in. They were giving me channeled messages in regards to staying focused. Like right now, like being able to really ground yourself in the energy of calm. Not being overwhelmed, over anticipating and over expecting is what I'm hearing. It's interesting too because they had me grab this deck. Oh, look at this, peaceful. This is a deck that I started making a long time ago, and it just has one word. Fine, excited, and depressed is at the bottom of the deck. They're like emotions, feelings. So in this moment, I feel like you're going through a mix of these energies. So this message is more than likely going to be for someone who's anticipating something. It feels like you're trying to remain peaceful, trying to remain fine, like trying to stay okay, calm, cool, and collected, yet you're extremely excited about something shifting. And I am picking up that there's something in this energy that feels like it's an overlay of depression. And that's how they're showing it to me. It's almost like someone is feeling the energy of depression, but in an attempt to try to cover that up or dismiss that energy of depression, you may be trying to stabilize yourself by creating peace within. This could have something to do with exterior, like external factors. Something like outside of the house is what they're saying. And what's outside of the house typically has to do with others, right? I knew this moon was coming out. I kept seeing Luna. Yeah, there's something that has to do with others. There's something hidden here. This is, look, finding love is at the bottom of the deck. So you could be depressed about a love relationship, a union. You may be anticipating or expecting a union to come into fruition. And while you're waiting, you may find yourself experiencing an array of emotions. And it's almost like these emotions can... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're saying that these emotions can kind of put you in a state of depression. And that may leave you feeling, I'm hearing, wounded, fragile, but also it's like because it hasn't taken place, you're hit with some type of fear. Okay, so this fine is showing up not like I feel fine. It's more so like I'm fine. You know that energy when you're not okay, but you just have to cover it up with like, yes, I'm okay. That's how this feels. So the moon is screaming at me, and it's, you know, the message is coming through very clearly that while you're waiting on this phase or this cycle, this moon cycle, it's almost like you've been waiting on something for an extended period of time. And it feels like an extended moon cycle. So, you know, the moon cycles every 28 days. It's almost like you were anticipating that the moon was going to bring what you desired into fruition, or what you're waiting on into fruition by the 28th day, yet it's like the 280th day and you're still waiting, and you're like, what is going on? What is going on? And you keep being told to just trust your intuition, trust your intuition, trust your intuition, and that this union is going to take place. It's almost like you're hearing all these messages, like maybe watching other tarot readers, and you're hearing messages in regards to this union is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And you're like, okay, I'm fine to wait. I'm fine to wait. Yet I'm overjoyed with excitement and nothing's happening. They're showing me with this union card that there's something that's being brought into balance that you're not seeing, like behind the scenes. So it's almost like behind the scenes is the energy of balance being restored. And there's something about, okay, they're saying something about during the waiting period, there's a whole other like spiritual moon cycle that's happening. So they're saying that in the, in our world we see 28 days the moon shifting. They're saying that there's a spiritual moon cycle as well, and that in that spiritual moon cycle there's another layer of like phases that have to take place. They're telling me as above so below, but above doesn't equate to the timing of below. Okay. So they're saying that the timing that you are waiting on is not the same as the timing that they're going off of, but also things have to be brought into balance before this can happen. Okay, give us more information on that, because something has to be brought into balance. Oh, wow. Wow, the bottom of the deck is disruption too. Wow. And this is success. There's a transformation that's taking place. And I'm hearing this very clearly because this success is going to be so loud that if they don't bring into balance the things that want to cause this disruption, you won't be able to find rest at the end of this. Guys, look at this. Rest and then balance is here. Okay? And so they're saying that the disruption is put in place so that rest can be restored when this comes to you, and balance is going to be in place. So this moon energy, what's hidden from you is that your intuition is actually supporting the cycling of this spiritual moon cycle. Now, let me just make something clear. I don't know if there's actually like a moon cycle in the spirit realm in the way that we see it. They're not showing me like that this is an actual moon and this is the cycle. They're showing it more so like there's something going on in the spiritual realm that is being balanced. It's like recalibrating. It's being restored is what I'm hearing. It's being put into proper position. Okay, so they're showing like, when you put something together, say for example, you're putting a car together in a factory. They're showing that there's one little piece that has to go this way, and if it doesn't align appropriately, then the whole engine would like collapse. And so they're saying that's the equivalent to what they're explaining to me, is that in this spiritual cycle, the spiritual phase that we were calling a moon cycle or phase, that has to happen. Like they have to get things almost like it's not, they're saying it's not perfect because perfect is not even a word that they would use, but it's aligned, I guess. So I'm just going to use aligned. It's alignment on the spiritual side. Like on the back end, you could feel like everything is fine on your end, but there are things that are hidden from you that you're unaware of that are being disposed of. They're also saying the word transpiring. Because again, your success is going to be so loud that they have to clear the path before this comes in. So there's something about fortune and prosperity aligning with this. Okay, this is not like a random union. So whoever this reading is for, this is not a random reading. Okay. This is not a random reading, and it's not a random union. This is more so like a union that is initiated by the ancestors, something that was put into place before you were born, right? This is like a big deal. With this union card here and the energy that I'm picking up on, they're showing me the scarab beetle. They're showing me all kinds of energy around like prosperity, abundance, fortune, visibility. Okay, for someone, you're probably going to even be famous with your visibility. This is like all eyes on you and your partner. There's something very transformative about the energy of you two, and it has to do with the transformations that you've been occurring or going through. You know what this reminds me of? I hear people talk about this like twin flame, like union thing, and I don't even like to use the word twin flame, soulmate, whatever. I don't care about the names. You can call it whatever you want. You can, agree or disagree with any of the titles. I'm not saying anything about them. I'm just saying that I've heard people speak about like a union, a divine union, and like timing being in like 2026. This is how this feels, guys. This feels huge. This feels like as a collective of unions coming together for a greater purpose, and one that is not self-seeking. This does not feel like the energy of someone that's like, oh my God, I just want to marry somebody and, live in my little cottage and just focus on us and having babies and raising our families. This is somebody who's like, or somebody's, because there's two parties here. This is somebody's that's like, we're coming together for a purpose that's bigger than us. We're coming together for destiny to be aligned, and in order for us to fulfill the mission of our ancestors. This is a huge calling, a huge purpose, a huge mission, whatever you want to call it, an anointing, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. This is big. And it's like they're showing me that the wheel has been turning, and we're almost at the place where it's going to twist and it's going to unlock to unlatch the door. So it's like, imagine you're twisting, nothing's happening, and then you get here, and this is when it's going to open. You're like here. You're almost ready to where that latch is going to pop open, but there are things being cleared out and cleansed that you're not seeing in this moment. They're saying even things within you that you're unaware of that are being cleansed out. For some of you, you probably have been like cleaning your house, doing some spring cleaning, just getting things in order. It's almost like you've been nesting, when you're getting ready to have a baby and you nest to prepare for something. That's how this feels. But it's because this is not about just your relationship. Yes, you're going to be happy. You're going to be satisfied. Look, even happiness is right here, right? But this is bigger than just your situation. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. The major challenge to overcome. I was going to show you this card. This is because this is what they were showing me, but then I want to pull this one out too, because this is exactly what's coming, is this bread. Like yeast has to sit. The bread is a period of prosperity and abundance. Bread, when you make bread, you have to allow the yeast to sit. And as the yeast sits I usually put water and honey or sugar in my yeast to allow it to grow. So basically the sugar and the honey, or you can say honey. Okay, let's just do honey because that's what I do. So the honey and the water are already accumulated and sitting in the yeast, and there's a bubbling effect that's taking place. But the flour hasn't been added yet because the flour is not yet prepared. It's almost like the flour is being pressed through and prepared for placement in the yeast. You could be the yeast and you could be bubbling over like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready. But you have to remember, and this is where your intuition is going to play a major part, as well as embracing this Luna energy of just finding peace in the fact that this is not ripened yet. If you're waiting on union, your union is absolutely going to take place, but you're going to have to trust the timing of it, because they're saying very clearly that it just is not time right now. It's not that you're not ready. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not missing the mark. You're not going to miss out on this either. Your period of rest and balance are going to be restored and given back to you. They don't want you to negate the fact that you're frustrated and that you're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and excited all at the same time about this, and that you're probably even subconsciously challenged by remaining fine, in quotes, right? But they're saying don't worry about that. Just ride the wave, because the gifts are given to those who endure until the end. And so on the path to the end, they're saying that this is going to feel like this mountain, like it's a major challenge for you to overcome. But in order for you to see the beauty, you have to be willing to endure the strike above, or the I'm calling it a strike because it's a walk, but you're going to have to be able to endure. And they're saying that that endurance energy that's being pulled out of you right now. Okay, they're telling me something else in regards to some of you may be used to just getting what you want when you want it. And they're saying that this can't happen in that way. So, most of the time, you may be able to manifest and you just get whatever you're wanting. But this can't happen that way. And this can't happen that way because this is bigger than just you being able to reap the harvest of prosperity and love that is reciprocal and abundant in nature. They're saying it's bigger than that, because when you experience this union that they're taking you into, it's going to bring so much success with it. It's crazy how they're showing me this. It's almost like they're showing it as when this energy comes in, when your partner arrives, everything in your life, like the dam is being busted open. Everything in your life is just going to align easily. And it's because this union is so blessed, it's so protected, that it's going to cause transformation, which is why the death card is here, in every area of your life. And that's why they're saying the success is going to be so loud that it has to be protected. Because if the success of this relationship, or if the energy of this relationship isn't protected, then you're going to find yourself in this energy of disruption, because other entities, outlets, other things, not outlets, but other outside things will come in and cause conflict and chaos in this situation. So it has to be mapped out for a specific time. Okay, so they're speaking to me about something interesting. Okay, so you guys know I'm not an astrologer, but this week when I'm recording this, today is the 7th. So this week I've heard several astrologers just mention several things happening this week that are like hell things. Like, I don't want to scare anybody, but they're like energies of hell. Like, there's wars and, chaos and conflict going on everywhere. And I'm not being funny about it, but I'm saying that that's what's been talked about. I'm going to try to go here so we can see. So the 8th, Mars sextiles Uranus. And then on the 9th, Mars enters into Aries. And Mars is the planet of war. And Aries is the sign that is supportive of war, because it's action. It's about movement forward. And then Mars sextile in Uranus. Mars is the planet of war, right? But then Uranus is the energy that is unpredictable. It's upheaval. That Aquarian energy in its shadow self is destructive. So Uranus with Mars, destructive war, is basically what that is. And so this whole week, I've heard several astrologers just talking about those things. And there's some other stuff that I don't know, and it's not in my book, so I don't know. But they've talked about a lot of this conflict and chaos. It's almost like you don't want to bring a connection into your life in that moment. In the moment where the energy of the planets and the world that we live in are so disruptive. And they're not saying that doesn't mean that something can't happen this week. They're saying and explaining this to us because they want us to see the significance in timing. Right? Like, if we don't allow timing to play out according to spiritual timing, then we can find ourselves reeling in disruptive energies in the wrong time. And then they kind of have this cloud of disruption that kind of hazes over them, if that makes any sense. Okay. So period of prosperity and abundance. This is what's coming in. I'm also seeing a rabbit too, and that has the energy of abundance and prosperity. Fertility is a rabbit energy. Then we have teardrops, great personal sorrow. Now, to me, this is what this fine energy is showing up as. This is great personal sorrow due to the fact that you feel like you've had to climb so high like a never ending mountain to be able to get to this space. But you're being prepared, because I'm telling you, look at this bird flying, news is on the way. You have nothing to worry about, because good news is on the way and it's going to make you happy. You have the freaking happiness card here. This is like the sun energy, and May is here. Guys, it's April 7th. May is here. So this is saying that this energy is ushering in towards you. Oh my gosh, you got the new home and new attitude card with the broom. This is amazing. I'm telling you, like, there's nothing missing here. Being in the energy of I'm fine is an energy of protection, and it's protecting you from your fears around not reaping this harvest. For some of you, the union is with you and your spiritual path. It may not actually be a person. With this pen coming out, new job or career, this is something that's going to shift for you. For several of you, I'm picking up, honestly, that you're going to have a shift in your romantic life and in your career that happen all around the same time. Like, I'm seeing someone go out on a leave of absence and not return because your spiritual path has been opened up for you while you were out on that leave. Okay, so just be aware that there's, and this would make sense for them saying that there's, the success is kind of coming all at once, and it's not just one thing. So they don't want you to be trapped in the energy of, oh my gosh, I just need this one thing. They also want to speak about the art of detaching. And they're saying, wow, guys, if this doesn't confirm this, wow. I'm not going to get any more. Look, transformation is at the bottom of the deck too. Wow, this is what's taken place. It's taken place in you, and it's taken place in your partner. The transformation, that's another thing to keep in mind, is that this is not just about you. This is about them as well. This is about preparing them for this role too. And I'm noticing in this warrior card, and I'm going to get back to the art of detachment because they want me to speak about that. But I'm going back to this warrior card. This warrior card is screaming out the energy of 2 and 1. So it's almost like the battle is not being fought just by you to climb this mountain, but also by your partner. But it's so that there is an unbreakable union between the two of you. So for some of you, your partner that you're waiting on, or this job, this role, this new business opportunity that you're waiting on, is causing such like internal anguish of going back to that energy of I'm fine. You know, you're so kind of like internally distraught or like disturbed because this hasn't arrived yet, right? And it's definitely like an internal sorrow, but it's because you're already connected to this thing. This gives me the energy of what you desire also desires you, right? Like the thing that you desire is actually called you to it, and vice versa, and that's why you're so drawn to it. But also this is speaking to the fact that you have more than enough strength to push through and endure until the end. And while you're pushing through, while you're enduring, you're also transforming not only yourself but the energy around you, is what I'm hearing. So let's put these down because I don't want to be shuffling while I'm talking. But they want to talk about the art of detachment. So a part of manifesting and being able to usher in things that you desire is detaching from them. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the most challenging things to do when you feel like you haven't had a whole lot of like victories in life. Now, let me just say this. Most of us who have abandonment wounds, challenges with being seen, feelings of being invalidated or not being able to validate ourselves, we usually are challenged by like catastrophizing, okay? So even if something is going great, we tend to look at the negative sides of it because it's like, I'm not used to things going great for me. And I haven't really had too many periods in my life where everything has gone great. So what we tend to do is catastrophize when we want something. And what that does is that shows up like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting for this to happen, but it hasn't. So I must be doing something wrong. Or it hasn't shown up, so it must not be coming. or it hasn't shown up, so clearly God's not going to do it, right? Like, why would this be happening if I was going to get this or that? And that is one of the main concerns when you're trying to detach. Okay, that's going to be one of the biggest challenges in trying to detach. That energy in itself will keep you in a depressive state. And how do I know? Because I've done it. So the art of detachment is almost like, it's a lot of visualization for me, and seeing that thing, like imagine that, like, this is you, right? So this is you, doop, 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 and this is the thing that you desire. So it's over here. You see it, but you're not waiting on it because you recognize that its existence is already present with you. So I already have everything that I desire. However, in timing, when that doorknob is completely unlatched, then I'll be able to receive it. Now, detaching also is detaching from the time frame that's attached to it, because it's about accepting that that's out of your pay grade, and that you trust God enough, you trust spirit, the universe, whatever you want to say, you trust enough that you have had several other situations. And this is what I do with myself. I'm like, God, I know you're going to come through because you've done it so many times before. There's no way that you brought me all the way out here in the middle of the ocean to leave me. That wouldn't make any sense, because I've already been washed offshore. I've already hit rocks, stones, right? I've already gone almost to the bottom of the ocean before, and I never died. I never drowned. So I can guarantee you that you didn't bring me out here to just drop me off. And so it's almost like a remembrance of the things that you should be grateful for. Not should be, because you don't have to be, but I should be grateful for. This how I talk to myself. I tell myself, you need to remember how far God has brought you, because if he brought you this far, there's no way he's going to bring you out here and drop you off right now. And what that does is that allows me to detach from trying to be God, from trying to operate as spirit, and instead I can hand that over to the people who have a greater power and ability than I do to be able to bring things in. And so that just, for me, looks like, all right, ancestors, guides, angelic host, I need help. I tell them, guys, I need help, because I know I'm supposed to be waiting on you, but I'm having a hard time waiting. Please help me. And I can guarantee you, all you have to do is ask for help, and it's there. It's almost immediate that I can feel loved. And if you haven't experienced that, my recommendation would be to reconnect to yourself. Because one of the greatest things that I've learned is that everything that I desire is actually already within me. That I'm not lacking anything. So when I need help, I just tap in. When I'm feeling depressed, I tap in. When I'm overwhelmed, when I'm tired of waiting, when I'm frustrated, I press harder. And that's that major challenge to overcome. That's the mountain. It's not a physical mountain. It's the mountain of your mind, the mountain that keeps you from actually connecting to yourself. If you haven't, I highly, 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 highly recommend anybody that has any of those challenges that I just mentioned, I highly recommend tapping your body, getting connected to your physical selves. I've mentioned this before. Uthra is amazing. I love her. She changed my life. On Instagram, Blooming Tao. It's BLOOMINGTAO. Blooming Tao. She taps. And she has a 7-day chakra clearing course that I took. And it was life changing, because I never in my life even considered connecting to my physical body, my physical self. And I didn't realize how truly disconnected I was. I also didn't realize how that could be so drastically different from my experiences that I had prior to being connected. And so when you're able to do that, connect to yourself, you will find yourself connecting more to spirit. You'll find yourself connecting more to others, and you'll find yourself being able to create those spaces of joy and peace and excitement, but all within you. So then it won't even matter when something comes. You're like, this is exciting, but I already have all this. Like, I'm already excited. Like, I'm already excited. So anyhow, look up Uthra and see if you guys can be, blessed like I was. So, okay, a blessing to bring prosperity. Guys, I'm not sure if you see this, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but you see the fruit here? It looks like apples. There's an abundance of this fruit. And this is what they were showing. Like, the success is going to be so loud. It's going to be mind-blowing. I'm also seeing something here, which I've never noticed before. There's something about your heart and your throat chakra that are going to expand massively with this. Now, the one thing that I think, I don't know if anybody else thinks this, but it's my opinion. I think that the heart chakra is where all of your creativity flows from. And I'm sorry, I'm going to use the word all, but that's what I believe. I believe that when your heart chakra is open, it's free, and it's allowed to just do whatever it wants to do, like flow, without resistance to being hurt or wounded. I think that that's how your creative abilities come to life. And that's because that's been my experience. When my heart chakra was closed off and I didn't have any way of connecting to any parts of me that felt joy and, happiness and bliss, and I didn't have any childlike wonder within me, because that comes from your heart chakra, in my opinion, too. But when I didn't have any of that, I couldn't actually experience like true freedom. And those things for you are going to open up even more in this connection. This union is going to be it's way more than just you finding the thing that you desire. Even if it's, like I said, if it's not about a romantic relationship, this is going to be prosperity that's lasting. What they're telling me is that while others may be experiencing guys, I can't get my words out. While others may be experiencing famine, you're going to be experiencing this prosperity and this abundance, okay? So it's like you're not going to lack, because they're telling me the story in the Bible about the women with the lampstands, and how, I think it was one or two women, they went to go fill their lampstands with oil because they wanted to be prepared. And then when, I forgot who it was, but when whoever it was arrived, they weren't prepared, because the other ladies, because they didn't go and fill their oil in advance. And so it's like you've been doing everything that you need to do to have lasting overflow. And so this is why this period of abundance and prosperity is rolling in for you, and you won't be without. Okay? So while others, and it's sad, we don't want other people to go without, guys. That's not it. It's just that if you have it, you're going to be willing to share and to give to others. And so that's why this energy is being given to you. It's being given to you as a gift. But this is also, again, why this union has to be allowed to take the time that is necessary to get it to you. Because when you get it, it's going to literally shift your existence. The energy card is here. A light inside my fire divine. Energy fill me, make me shine. You see what I'm saying? Like, I swear some of you are going to be actually seen, famous, visible. Someone is like an actor or an actress here. I'm getting that. If you've been waiting for a big break, that's going to come through for you. And then the safe home is here at the bottom. I cast this circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. See? I'm telling you guys, this is so much bigger than what you're thinking. It's so much bigger. And they're bringing me back to the moon. They're like, it's in the dark. You don't see it. But what happens? The moon doesn't stay all day, right? Unless you live in like Alaska or something like that, where it's, you know, nighttime during the daytime, dark outside during the day. They're saying that this moon, the moon just goes in phases. So the shifting of the moon is the same thing with this. It's going to shift. And the news is on the way. For some of you, it may not happen until May. But the amazing thing is that it's almost here. We're almost at May, guys. We're almost at May. Okay. This is crazy because the Three of Wands can be about manifestations as well. You have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Wands. This is you expecting it. You're excited because you're expecting it. The Ten of Wands. See, this is that, okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're tired. You're tired of waiting. And they're saying that it's okay if you're tired. It's okay. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you're exhausted. Let's get one more. That was the Queen of Wands that was flipping her head. See this, guys? New opportunities. And then the Page of Pentacles also represents money. And then Justice. This is that balance that's being restored. I'm telling you guys, this is the balance that's being restored. Wow. Knight of Swords, the Hierophant, the Tower, Temperance, Patience, and the Six of Cups. Guys, harmony is being restored back into your lives. Okay, I'm sorry. I just wanted to look at the cards that were in the middle like that. I like to do that just to kind of get a feel for the reading sometimes. But this is clear as heck. I don't even really need to like say anything. You got the Ace of Cups here, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. We've already talked about all this. This Ten of Wands is that burden, and the burden is in the middle. Same thing with that Find card and the Great Personal Sorrow. And I keep picking up on the energy of you just feeling like overwhelmed. Like I was saying, like the turmoil that they were showing me earlier, like some type of internal just, you know, frustration. And I just opened this deck and look at this. Horse. Short journey. And guys, I don't know if you saw this, but this flew out on top of the period of prosperity and abundance, and it's the Diamond card. You'll be receiving a precious gift. Or you'll be receiving or giving. And then you have a short journey. This is heading your way. You just have to hang in there a little bit longer. The freaking Ace of Cups with this. And not only that, okay, but this Knight of Cups too can also represent a proposal. There's someone on the way to you. There's a rider. They're showing me the rider in the Lenormand deck. There's a rider on his way or her way to you, and they're going to assist and support you in restoring balance. The energy that you've been sitting in as the warrior has been transformative. It also has brought this in. If you weren't the warrior, if you weren't this energy that is able to climb this mountain and endure and push through, this would never have come your way. Because it's like they keep saying that this is given to the one who endures until the end. And that's been you. And the end is here, because the Ten of Wands is that last where you just have to, you're just waiting on the click. Waiting on the click. That's it. Once the click happens, this is coming in. It is restoring balance. And it is going to also assist and support you in feeling like you don't have to carry the weight. Because for some of you, I keep seeing this, and this Ten of Wands is kind of bringing that up too. But there's some type of weight that you've been carrying. It's interesting. I don't know exactly what it is, but I guess you will. It's something about a weight. There's a weight that you're carrying because you don't have whatever this is. For someone, it could just be money that you're just needing. You're like, I need money. And there's a weight that you're carrying. It feels very heavy. It's almost like somebody has like weights on my ankles. But this Three of Wands is saying that this excitement is not for no reason. It's like this union is the thing that allows you to have peace restored, and it also gives you a place of, like, a landing place. This union is going to establish a landing place for prosperity to thrive. This is a safe place for prosperity to thrive. Wow. Okay, if you want to know why your other situations and things didn't work out, that's the reason why. Is because none of your successes were safe in the other relationships, the other connections, the other business ordeals, right? Say you tried to make going on a deal with someone, you had a business partner and they ended up being shady. Your prosperity wasn't safe with the others, but it's protected here. Not only is your prosperity protected here, but your happiness is protected here. Your peace is protected here. Your safety is protected here. The weight of the world that you've been carrying is lifted here. And the amazing thing is, if you have gone through anything like, I have, this was significant to me. Rest. I just wanted, at some point I was like, I just want to rest. I wanted peace and I wanted to rest. And those are the things that are being restored to you in this union. Not only that, they're showing me this fine as flipping on its head. You're not going to be in this, I'm fine. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I am not missing anything. I'm perfectly fine. Nothing negative attached to it. And that's a reason to get excited, guys. That's a reason to get excited, because having these things, this is like a romance of a lifetime. This is, not only does it feel romantic with this Knight of Cups, it also feels like you're fulfilled. It feels like you're fulfilled in life in general. And again, I do feel like for several of you, this is in regards to your career, which is your spiritual path. Because I see your career turning into your spiritual path, where you're doing spiritual work as your career. And you have this relationship, this union with, not only, they're telling me, not only with your partner, but also with the divine, that allows you to be filled. Like this energy card, they're showing me this energy, fill me and make me shine. You're going to be just thrilled about life in general, without being attached to anything in particular. This is amazing. Remember that this journey is short. You're already moving forward, okay? This is a short journey. And when these blessings come in, just remember to allow yourself to feel the energy of excitement without holding back. Remove the energy of the Luna here with the moon and allow that energy to dissipate. Allow it to be swept under the bed. Whatever you need to do with it, get rid of it, because it's no longer going to serve you in this new space. Okay? It's not going to serve you in this new space, because this new space that you're moving into is going to be full of peace and harmony. Guys, this is amazing. I pray this is for each and every one of you. And I also pray that you receive it quickly. Remember, we have May here. May is right around the corner. You're about to reap your abundance. If you haven't, feel free to subscribe. If you wouldn't mind, that would be fantastic. It'll just help others to see the channel. I appreciate you being here. Feel free to drop a comment, because I love hearing from you guys. I'm so grateful for everybody that comments. And like, if you don't mind. Okay, I think I said that. I don't know. I'm just trying to hit the YouTube markers. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. And look at what's showing up is the tower. The tower, guys. It's on the way. Have a good night. Bye.